Welcome back to Exceptionally Unexceptional, the podcast where I analyze things that probably don't need to be analyzed. I'm your host, Kathleen Chantel, and today we are contemplating a holiday that people either love, hate, or pretend to be indifferent about while crying in the shower, Valentine's Day. I personally have mixed feelings about Valentine's Day. On one hand, love is beautiful. I support romance. I support grand gestures and dramatic confessions and mildly to majorly toxic will they, won't they energy. I think we as a society should absolutely encourage people to make fools of themselves in the name of love. Be embarrassing, write love letters, run through the airport Love Actually style. Maybe don't do some of the other things from that movie. Make an unnecessary playlist and never send it to your crush. Or do. That's what life is about. On the other hand, something about Valentine's Day feels kind of scammy, namely men and shitty chocolate. First of all, why has most Valentine's Day candy become so mid? This is a holiday built around love and passion and deep emotional connection, and yet a significant amount of the chocolate now tastes like plastic children's toys found in a dentist's office waiting room. I should not be biting into my lovely mystery chocolate and tasting plastic. Obviously, we are not talking about Lindt chocolate here. Not sponsored. Just good fucking chocolate. And then there is men. If you're in a relationship and your partner needs a federally recognized holiday to reluctantly be romantic, that may be a red flag. I'm just saying that if he is only buying you flowers because capitalism told him to and not because he wants to, maybe rethink some things. If he waited until 30 minutes before he sees you on February 14th to buy you 3/4 of the way dead roses at CVS, you may deserve better. It depends on the situation, but... And look, I have been there. In a previous relationship of mine, our anniversary was Valentine's Day, so obviously it was doomed. And if that didn't tell me it was doomed, him buying me a bottle of red wine as a gift to mark the beginning of our relationship when I only drink white, well, a thoughtful king. He had known me for 4 years at that point. I ended up using that bottle of wine as a rolling pin for 3 years. We were over in less than 6 months. But let's talk about the real winners of Valentine's Day. I think it's probably single people. They're free from overpriced dinner reservations and forced sentimentality that they're not into. And I don't just mean like any single people. I mean those who are like devoid of a roster, a situationship, or any romantic obligations whatsoever. While couples are out here spending money and making reservations and pretending to love prefix menus, single people seem to be thriving. They get to sit back and watch the chaos unfold, enjoy the cryptic Instagram posts, profile pictures suddenly changing to selfies, captions filled with soft and subtle shade, and drink their wine. Being single on Valentine's Day is kind of iconic. There's no pressure, there's no expectations, there's no risk of getting into a petty argument about doing something special when you both know that you'd rather be in separate rooms watching television in your sweatpants. There's no stress about the perfect gift or the right amount of effort depending on where you are in your relationship. You have no expectations and therefore no disappointments. Meanwhile, couples are out here fighting because someone bought the wrong roses. Is that even a thing? Or forgot to make dinner reservations 3 months ago. I'm not saying all couples aren't happy. Obviously, some are. Somewhere right now, there is definitely a man or woman voluntarily planning a very thoughtful, very loving, heartfelt Valentine's Day surprise for their partner. And to them I say, congratulations. You are one of the good ones. You actually like your person. But for the rest of you, for the people out here pretending, blink twice if you need help. At the end of the day, whether you're single, cuffed, or in a situationship you refuse to define, Valentine's Day is what you make it. You want to go all out? Do it. You want to ignore it entirely? Valid. Do you want to use it as an excuse to talk shit and drink wine? Honestly, I highly recommend. If you're feeling a little lonely this year, just remember, like half of these couples are pretending. And if that doesn't work, pour another glass of wine until it does. That is it for today's episode of Exceptionally Unexceptional. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and send it to the person who you secretly wish was your Valentine, or drop it in the Valentine's Day group chat. You can follow me at Kathleen Chantel on TikTok and Instagram. You can follow the show Exceptionally Unexceptional on YouTube or anywhere you get your podcasts. And I will see you next time. And until then, buy your own damn flowers, write your own name in the sand, and take your own self-dancing. Bye!